Hey, what's up guys? This is Steel Rain and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be looking at this new frame from Armattan, the Armattan Rooster. And I'd like to say this is just a beautiful frame right off the bat overall, guys. Real easy to build, no issues with that whatsoever. And it might look familiar because its previous predecessor is the Armattan Chameleon. Now I never had a Chameleon, but I've seen many pictures of them and was never really a big fan because of certain reasons, and I'll go ahead and get into it. First of all, it had an aluminum front end and wasn't a big fan of that because you hit something hard enough with that, it's just going to bend, which I saw a lot of people had issues with. This new Rooster, titanium front end, and so the next thing I had an issue with was it had numerous different kinds of hardware. It had 3M and 2M screws all over. They fixed this problem with the Rooster. It's got 3M screws all around. So one size wrench will have this thing completely built and don't have to worry about 2 wrenches out in the field or any of that stuff. Another problem I had with the Rooster that they fixed with the, with the Chameleon that they fixed with the Rooster is the Chameleon had a one-piece bottom plate and was not a big fan of that because if you break an arm, I mean, yeah, Armattan has an excellent warranty program, but if you broke an arm, you pretty much had to rebuild it, where now they've got 4 individual arms, base plate, and a top plate here. So pretty excellent there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and flash some videos up on the screen. Chris LaRoe, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, at Armattan, and his team have done an excellent job testing this thing out, being very transparent with the community in regards to numerous things. And as you can see in the videos, he's literally beating the crap out of this titanium cage and as well as these arms, and they're just supposedly they used a new type of carbon fiber weave, resin, and curing technique to make these arms extra strong. Now that's a good thing, but it also is just an added bonus on top of Armattan's excellent warranty, which I believe you just let them know and you pay $5 shipping and they'll send you new parts, which is, you know, excellent. It's pretty much unheard of in the community for the most part. Now we'll go ahead and look at this frame. And one thing I'm going to say right off the bat, guys, these press nuts right here, definitely watch Armattan's video. But what I did, use a pair of good vice grips and just pressed them into the frame. Don't try to pull them into the frame from the bottom. You're going to end up stripping these screws. Now that was another issue too that guys had that Chris over at Armattan fixed and addressed, was the original hardware. Some of the bolts right here didn't have deep enough socket heads stamped in them. So when people tried to tighten these arms down, it would just strip out the bolt heads. So he's already addressed that with these newer Roosters that he sent out. You get the original hardware and a set of these deeper head socket screws, which, you know, work absolutely beautiful. So no issues there. As you can see here, there's the bottom plate, the arms. What I like about this too, very innovative, is the rear VTX and antenna mount. So this one here, when you purchase it from pretty much anywhere, you have a choice back here whether you want the TBS plate, which this one isn't. This is a normal, VTX SMA plate and antenna mounts back here, but you could also get the long-range TBS type plate for this. And I believe, I'm not quite sure what these are. I believe these are aluminum back here. I don't think they're titanium, but I don't think there's any chance of these standoffs back here breaking at all. They're pretty robust. So as you can see, everything's pretty slimline, but you're going to have plenty of room to pretty much put everything you want in there. I'm going to end up putting a JB F4 flight controller in here, as well as a crossfire system. So it's going to have some pretty good link quality going with this. So I saw a few other complaints, and this is why I chose to kind of hold off this review for a while. Guys were saying the arms had a little bit of slop in them, which is true. There's about 1 millimeter back and forth between front and back arms. But if you tighten them down good enough, it takes a lot to really move them. And as Chris said, it's not going to cause any sort of weird flight characteristics or vibrations in the air, which, you know, I believe. I mean, it's pretty hard to move them as it is. So I don't think there's going to be any issues there. The arms also seem really stiff and rigid, and that's not even without the top plate on, but pretty stiff and rigid. I think it's going to be just fine overall. So we're going to go ahead and get some measurements here real quick. Go ahead and turn that on. As you can see right off the bat, we got about 4mm arm. We'll get the back one here as well. 4mm arm. See how wide they are here. Sitting at about 15mm, so pretty much going to fit most modern ESCs on there nowadays. So that's good. The bottom plate here, same as the arms, 4mm. And we'll also get the top plate here without the padded battery pad, which is about 2mm there, as you can see. So overall, I think this is going to be a really nice, robust frame. We'll go ahead and get the weight here real quick, this bad boy. Go ahead and turn that on, let it zero out. Sorry if you guys can't see that. Right now it's reading at 133 grams. Add the 4 top bolts that hold the top plate on. It's sitting at 135 grams. See if I get some light onto that. Maybe not really. But 135 grams. So, you know, I think it's not the lightest frame, of course, out there, but then again, this isn't made to be a racing frame. This is a freestyle frame carrying a GoPro. The arms and everything are made pretty robust, so I think it's going to be excellent for my newest freestyle rig, especially with some of the modern cameras and electronics we have out there. So what I'm also going to do, guys, is if you're interested in the video, I'm going to be anodizing this front titanium cage here. If you guys would like to see how I do that, go ahead and leave some comments down below in the comment section. And pretty much what's going to happen is I'm going to apply about 30 volts, so 2 4S packs set in series, and I'll go ahead and show it in the video if you guys want to see that. But it'll turn all this titanium from this nice bright polished titanium into like a bluish purplish color, and I think it's going to really finish off the looks of this type of frame. So as you can see below too, they also provide landing pads. So this will be my first dive into Armattan type products. I've had their motors before, the Armattan Rooster motors, and they're definitely excellent motors, so I expect no less from this sort of frame. So that's pretty much going to be it, guys, on this frame. This is only part 1. The part 2 build is going to be coming out here pretty soon with the ZMX Phoenix 30 motors, the JBF4 flight controller, you know, still trying to figure out what camera I'm going to throw in this. Probably going to be a mini Predator, and I believe I'm going to put the new ready-made RC Cricket Pro V2 in here. I should have a review of that coming up here shortly as well. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. Please stay tuned for the part 2 build and flight of this awesome frame. And if you did learn anything and like the video, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And as always, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the normal place below. I'll see you guys next time.